Okay. There we go. Come on, yeah, there you go. Don't be Italian for 5 minutes. What's cracking, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Hamimoto. And today, I'm riding the beautiful, the glorious 2008 Ducati 848. But to me, it's crazy to think that 2008 was over 12 years ago. This is now a pretty old bike. It still has a soul patch that is suspiciously less grey than the hair on its head. But even that hair is packed underneath a backwards baseball cap to hide the Ducati's rapidly receding hairline. But has this Ducati quit smoking yet? Hell no! It'll still light up a mean stogie in the middle of an outdoor food court and doesn't give a damn who it offends. This Ducati has balls, it's brave, and back in its day, it beat the hell out of every other middleweight sports bike it was put up against. The Ducati 848 is basically Ducati's 600cc. It's designed to compete against the R6, the GSX-R 600, and the Kawasaki ZX-6. Now, all the publications that tested those bikes always said that the Ducati was the best. It was the best performance, the most fun to ride, the lightest, the most powerful. This motorcycle has about 117 horsepower and weighs about 317 pounds. This is a lightweight, really powerful, agile motorcycle, which I'm going to be very careful on today because this chain is so loose. One of the more amazing things about this motorcycle at the moment is that you can actually pick one of these up for under $7,000. Yes, you can own a great looking V-twin Ducati for around $6,000. The owner of this motorcycle picked this one up actually for $4,000. Now, there are some things you have to remember about being a Ducati owner. For instance, everything on this bike has to be Italian. If you want to be a real Ducati rider, you have to wear 100% Dainese everything. Does that include your baby's clothes? Yes. Does that include the seat cover in your 2005 Toyota? Yes! Dainese everything. As a matter of fact, if Ducati finds out you're not using Pirelli tires on their motorcycles, they're gonna come looking for you. And this motorcycle has Dunlops, so I'm a little scared. If any of you watching this see like a black Lancia around the area, you let me know. That is the Ducati Gestapo. As a matter of fact, when you buy a Ducati at a dealership, after you sign all the sales paperwork, you have to have your hand cut open and bleed onto a picture of the Virgin Mary. That's true. Woo! This thing is fun. This thing likes to play. I'm amazed at how much power it has to give. I think I just lost my phone. Oh no, there it is. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. For a second, like my zip is undone on my jacket pocket, which is where my phone goes, and I couldn't find it. I thought it flew out on the road right there. One of the things I love about V-twin motorcycles, and kind of why I wish there were more V-twin sport bikes, is just the amount of power you have all through the rev range. One of the reasons why I didn't like the R6 is that you have to rev the hell out of it to get it up to speed. And yes, it will get up to speed. It's a very fast and enjoyable motorcycle, but like the down low lack of power, I don't know, I didn't like that too much, which is why I always had a preference towards naked bikes, because they have more torque at lower RPM. And this Ducati sport bike right here has that. It's got both. It's got all the mid-range torque you want and that high RPM rush that you get with 600cc sport bikes. But I think my favorite part about this bike so far is just how good looking it is. Even by 2008 standards, it still looks phenomenal. You couldn't give a fuck about me, which is weird. I'm on a Ducati. When you're a Ducati rider, you're that guy that buys duty-free cologne at the airports. When you're a Ducati rider, you will spend $3,000 on an analog watch and still use your phone to check the time. It's nice to see that the sun's starting to come out a bit. It was a bit grey earlier. I didn't let God know that I was going to be filming today, so he didn't make a nice blue sky for me. God, that chain is so fucking loose. Neutral, there it is, there we go. Oh, the old pains of riding motorcycles are coming back. God damn my wrists. I don't know if it's just me, but when I owned my motorcycle, for no reason, I would go into the garage and just sit on it and like look at it. That's how you know you have a true love and passion for motorcycles, is when for no reason at all, okay, maybe you've had a couple of shots, you'll just go into the garage and sit on it. Is that just me? Am I weird? I mean, yeah, I know I'm weird, but let me know down in the comment section if you do that too. This is something I don't miss at all. Lane splitting. Fuck, it's scary. Alright, semi-truck approaching. Gonna hold my breath. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, these gloves were sent to me by Fly Racing about maybe even a year ago now, and I never gave them a shout out. So, here's the shout out. Thank you, Fly Racing, for sending me over your wonderful gloves. Check them out in the description below and tell them Hammy sent you. They sent me the gloves because I was wearing a pair of them when I went under the semi-truck. Huh? A little bit of impromptu sponsorship. That's what you come to expect here at Hammy Moto. The unexpected. Every now and then when I'm riding around, I hear a sound that I think is the exhaust popping, but no, it's actually just the chain. Oh god. Oh well, I'm still having a good time. You know, it's like when you show up to a party and they only have White Claw. It's like, yeah, you don't have the Modelo, not even some whiskey, but White Claw still gets you drunk. This still is a good time, irregardless of how scary the chain is. Oh. Very, oh, god damn it, neutral. Hey, if there's any of you out there that actually own this bike, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. How accurate or bullshit was my review? It's most likely bullshit, that's why I just say stupid stuff. You see, it's definitely not a comfortable motorcycle. You do not walk into this expecting comfort. As a matter of fact, my knees keep on bashing against this fairing right here. God, it feels so good to be back on a motorcycle. A real motorcycle. Oh, I can actually feel my balls starting to grow back. I pulled over real quick just to talk a little bit more about some of the specs and features of this motorcycle. Now, this is the 2008, and the Ducati 848 Evo, which is what a lot of people will know and recognize, came the year afterwards. But nevertheless, it still comes with a lot of really awesome stuff. For instance, these dual disc Brembo brakes. It also comes with these really great magnesium fairings. I think one of my favorite things, oh great, I got some kiddos walking past, they're gonna be like, check my phone real quick, act like I'm doing something. This is how insecure I am about talking on camera in front of people. This particular bike also has the stock exhaust system, which does sound great, and it also comes with this Pop-Tart icing on the side. It is just such a nice touch, and I wish that more Ducatis came with this level of detail. This one comes with a wet clutch. You can get a dry clutch conversion, but like, why? This is one of those motorcycles, if I owned, 90% of my time at home would be spent sitting on this bike, because it's just such a good looking machine. Like the gas tank. Most gas tanks on Japanese bikes don't have a lot of attention to them, but this, it's got this real nice pecs on there. Yeah, it makes me want to make man love. I know a lot of bikers would name their motorcycles after females, but this is kind of a manly bike, I feel. The one thing that would worry me about owning this bike, like that paranoia that all of us motorcyclists have when we leave our bike somewhere, it would just be like on another level if I owned this. Usually not a big fan of sport bikes, so I don't like the riding positions on them. They're uncomfortable, and after time, they're just difficult, and this motorcycle is no exception. It's very uncomfortable. It's more uncomfortable than when you're third wheeling with your buddy and he starts fighting with his girlfriend. You know, you're just stuck there, and you're stuck on this bike. Your wrists are hurting, your knees bashing against the fairing. It's not a very pleasant bike to ride around the streets. But like most sport bikes, once you get it up to speed, hit some corners, it's magnificent. It's a very stiff, tight bike, and with some proper tuning on it, it'll be a serious weapon for anyone. I am super stoked that I was given the opportunity to test ride this bike and make another motor vlog for you all. I know you've been asking for some videos for a very long time. Anyway, so let's get this bike back to its owner and see what's up. But before I head back, I'm gonna buy my buddy Gabe a quick little present. Now, if anybody gives me shit for not wearing a mask, I'm just gonna yell at them, make a big scene, and then I'll make my own Karen compilation. Let's see, I gotta find him something here. You know, the more you learn about how dirty the Disney Corporation is, the less appealing this becomes. Yeah, you're very cute, but you're evil.
Your backpack is open, if you didn't know.
Oh, God, I wonder how long that's been open for. Okay, I still got my half-drunken water bottle intact. Thank you for that. Okay, well, I didn't find anything at the Hallmark store, as usual. So we're gonna head into Ralph's and just pick up a nice half-assed gift. So you wanted to see the gift that I got my buddy. I got him a Mulan Hot Wheels. That's such an odd collaboration. That's like when Buck 22 collaborated with Billy Ray Cyrus. Now, if you really want to kill your brain cells, and go watch that music video. It's terrible. It's bad. It's hard to watch. That video will make you want to get the coronavirus and die. Right, time to head back to my buddy's house. And yeah, fun time on the Ducati 848.
Alright then, let's go ahead and talk about what I liked and what I didn't like about the Ducati 848. The 848 is, it's a really fun, confident bike. At first it comes off as, you know, very sexy, but also like kind of serious, kind of like Megyn Kelly. But once you get to know the Ducati a bit more, you quickly realize that it's actually just a sarcastic goof that's here for a good time. It's kind of like matching with the perfect girl on Tinder. Good looking, sarcastic and witty, and willing to look past my small penis. That being said, I'm also just a big fan of bikes from that era, because they had such a great balance of phenomenal engineering, reliability, usability, affordability, and there wasn't as many rider aids or any of that kind of stuff in them. You know, they don't have like a smartphone interface or like a mouse and keyboard on the fucking handlebars. I know I'm sounding like an old man, but when it comes to bikes, I really appreciate simplicity. The Ducati, however, does require a lot more excitement. There's no night in with Netflix and Stella Rose with the Ducati. Every time you hang out with it, it's like, let's go to the riots in LA! The 848 is just such a sweet engine as well. Power all through the rev range. It's not overpowered like some leader bikes are, where you're just terrified to get out of second gear. While that's fun and everything, and there is a spot in my heart for bikes like that, I like something that's just enthusiastic. The engine is enthusiastic. So let's talk about some things I did not like about the Ducati. The suspension was really, really hard. I don't know if it was adjusted by a previous owner. I mean, the bike is so old, you just know there's been some bozo who got a wrench out and started messing with it, thinking he knows better than Ducati. Either way, it wasn't enjoyable, and all around the low speed experience wasn't very good, even by sport bike standards. If you want to have fun on the Ducati, you have to do it the Ducati's way. But its way is such a fun and enjoyable experience. You know, I've ridden a lot of motorcycles on this channel, test ridden all kinds of bikes, and I think there's a very few that I think I'd really realistically like to own. But the Ducati is definitely one of them. Let's not forget how affordable the bikes are as well. Like, I know I kind of fudged the numbers a little bit in the video, but my buddy paid $4,000 for his, and the price range for a good one is around $4,000 to $7,000. For a V-twin sport bike that is just made of the utmost of quality, it's such a great deal. And maybe I'll buy one in the future. I don't know. I like the bike that much. The interface. I know I've bitched on about how it was smartphone interface and everything, but this one was a little too simple. It was a little too, oh, I'm a race bike. You know, I didn't like it at all. It was difficult to read and very bland to look at. I am still a part of the generation that grew up with video games, so I do like some big flashy red light telling me I'm going fast as hell. Big thanks to my buddy Gabe again for letting me ride the bike. I still have your present, by the way. You weren't home, so I could give it to you at the time. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. I do have a new mountain bike video coming soon on the new bike that I got. Really excited, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I got a ton of new subscribers because of the first mountain bike video, so look out for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.